Yes, I know. It's been a while. Today, I'll be sharing where I've been, why I took a step back from YouTube all this while, and why coming back now feels different. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is author Lynn. I am a Canadian author of children's books as well as a Christian fantasy series. It honestly feels good to be back, and I am looking forward to sharing a little update with you. So let's start. To be honest, life has been full. Over the past couple of years, I've been trying my best to balance full-time teaching and my writing journey, as well as serving my church, being a new wife, spending time with family, and basically trying my best to simply balance all the different commitments I have that come with life. Although YouTube was quiet, I really never stopped creating. If anything, I was creating even more, just behind the scenes. I was still doing my best to write, I was planning future projects, and I was doing my best to hold on to this dream. The only difference is that I wasn't documenting it as much as I wanted to. And as time went, I realized I was doing too much with too little time. Trust me, I was trying to do everything, trying to be more active on social media, keep up with my YouTube, keep writing and planning my future projects, writing and working on my sequel. Something had to change. And it's not because I didn't like what I was creating in this author journey, but I realized that I had to do this more from a healthier place, from a focused perspective. And if I'm being completely honest, there was a season where I contemplated in stepping away from this whole author journey altogether. And this journey has taught me so much, and I love creating stories. I love writing. I was so shocked that I even put this as an option on the table. And it's not because I wanted to stop writing, and it's not because I was quitting on this dream of mine, but it was honestly because the sequel to this debut was stressing me out. Like, seriously stressing me out. Honestly, life was good. Life was moving. I felt a little bit like, as much as I was enjoying life, I was slowly slipping away from a dream that I was leaving behind. And I almost realized too late that I was replacing joy of this beautiful author journey with pressure. I almost forgot the whole reason why I started this author journey in the first place. Looking back now, I'm actually really grateful for the season I had and being able to face my problem head on and pass by my insecurities. What I really needed to do was step back from it all and come back with new eyes, with a new perspective. Because when I took moments of presence with family and loved ones and the love of teaching and other commitments I actually really love to do besides writing, I didn't lose the dream. I wasn't stepping out of it. It actually helped me rediscover it again. The funny thing is, though I stepped away from YouTube, I didn't technically stop writing, well, at least creating. While I was gone, I was making sure to work on different projects just to refresh my mind a little bit more. One of them was I was working on a mini series that is more of a fairy tale retelling. And if you love the show Once Upon a Time, it kind of is inspired from that. And if you read the books The School of Good and Evil, or you've ever read the Disney Twisted Tales, it's just a different way of looking at the fairy tales we know and love with different characters and still keeping most of the lore, but just playing around with it. And that's been really fun. And I was really eager to really dive into that, at least plan it all out. And so I made sure to take a mini course with Brittany Wang. And I learned a lot through her course to make sure that I can have this type of new project to work on. So this is an old cover of her book, but basically this is the kind of book I want to work on for my mini series. In here, there are 6 chapters, and she shared these individually as ebooks before and then put them all together in one book. So the book itself is like season 1, and then there are 6 episodes in here. This is what I'm aiming for in the future. Take me a couple of years to really finalize everything, but I am hoping that you will be interested in helping me with my mini series and sharing thoughts, even coming up with some names of places and characters and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. And that was a project that was really fun and really new to do. Another thing I forgot to mention is that I also took classes to make covers for books. I'm not much of an illustrator, but I'm really good at designing. And so I am hoping to be the one to do my covers for this mini series. And I've actually made all of them already, but they're like unofficial covers on Canva. And I took a course with Mandi Lynn, who is showing how to use Photoshop and making those covers. Though I was gone, you can see glimpses of me also trying to be a student, learn more, grow more as an author behind the scenes. But it's one more thing. This is a standalone. Another project that I worked on after reading this amazing book by Nadine Brands, I believe her name is. And 1, it is a standalone. 2, it is a Christian fantasy. And so I learned so much from that book. The fact that it was a standalone was very inspiring to me. So I am hoping to continue with Christian fantasy series, genre. But this time it will be a Christian fantasy series romance. My goal is to show how grace is important when it comes to love. And love is not lovey-dovey. Love comes with ups and downs. Love comes with struggles, with flaws, with selfishness, with, how do I say this? Like, everyone's a broken person. Everyone has their own backstory. Everyone has their faults. Everyone is different. With love, it is important for us to know that when we are able to extend that with each other and we're able to truly surrender to that type of love, a love that Christ has shown to us, things can work out, things will work out, and grace doesn't fail, love doesn't fail. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do, a collection of books that focus on novels that are Christian fantasy romance. They're not going to be interconnected in any way so that you can read it in any order. And I got to do a couple covers and I have already 4 story ideas. I really love the concepts. And so, yeah, I really love this. I really love the elements of Christianity in it. It was not preachy at all. And I loved reading it as an author, as a reader, and as a Christian. This was very inspiring for this whole series. Idea that I had, I would read it again. I highly recommend this one. Both books that I've shown, those were the ideas that I really focused on. And I told myself, well, I still have the Pure Gems of Bizarria, which is middle grade readers, young readers. I have the mini series, and I don't think I said it or not, but it's going to be more teen, leaning to YA towards the end of the series. And this one that I just spoke about right now, which is the Christian Fantasy Romance standalone collections, is going to be mostly YA. I think having those 3 gave me a perspective that, each of them have a lot, but it's 3 projects. And if I divide them and I have a publication timeline and I don't have to pressure myself, that things will go through. When I just took the time to figure things out, I was able to go back to the sequel and actually start writing again. As you may know, my debut novel is called Ember in the Mist, and I am currently working on its sequel, which is called Ripples of the Past. And I've been doing my best to really work hard on this series. The biggest tool that I've been able to do to ensure that I am consistent, that I am keeping myself accountable, and I am making progress is with writing sprints. And I've done this with my first book. And this time I didn't just do it a couple of times here and there. I made a series of a bunch of writing sprints throughout the months leading to the summer to ensure that I'm really focused on the sequel. I wrote quite a bit. I'm going to write the total number count I've done so far down here so that you can see. And it's been helpful even up to now for me to write this series. It just makes me proud that I didn't give up. And I think my biggest problem with writing my sequel at the start was that I was trying so hard to give justice to my debut novel by making it similar. But I realized that this book is its own book, and it's an arc to the first book, and it's one of the arcs to the series. I learned quite a bit in writing the sequel, and I'd love to make a separate video to really dive deep into that. But I think when I was able to break the barrier that this sequel is not the first book and this sequel is its own book and it should give itself its own justice, really put me in a different, perspective and a way of seeing things that allowed me to throw away the pressure I was giving myself and really write my sequel. And my goal is that it will be published in 2027. Once that's done, that's 2 books down and 3 more to go. Going forward, this channel is going to focus on, of course, my writing journey, but mostly me, Lynn, as the author. I will be giving you updates on my sequel, Ripples of the Past, and where I'm at, and trying my best to share some behind the scenes and what I'm learning throughout this journey. I'll also be sharing some writing tips and author tips with you based on what I've learned and where I am in my author journey as well. And of course, I'll be sharing my future projects and going more into depth with them the closer they get. One thing that I've learned through the seasons of being away is that I am more than just an author. I am now a wife, I am a teacher, I am a learner, and all these paths aren't separate. They all make me. That's who I am. And I want you to remember that every season will ask something different of you. I'm glad that now I know the truth that I don't have to do everything. I just need to be consistent. And I can find the joy in doing all I want if I keep remembering that progress is greater than perfection. And to be honest, everything I shared is the reason why coming back feels so different. I know the seasons that are coming are going to call for changes, but I'm ready for it. And if you find yourself in a boat where you are battling between putting pressure on yourself and being perfect and appreciating the milestones and progress, or you are trying to balance life with all the different commitments you have, or you're not too sure if this dream is for you, remember that you've got this. Remember where you started. Wherever it may lead, every step of the way is for a reason. It'll teach you a lesson. I promise you, you won't regret it. Thank you so much for catching up with me today, and I am super excited for this next chapter this writing journey has to offer. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you know someone who will be inspired by this video, feel free to share it with them too. Have a wonderful day, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.